Hello.
Hello.
So, Boo asked us to give our story about what happened to us on the drive back from the reunion. Um, so, should I start?
Yeah, go ahead, go
Okay, so
ahead.
what happened was we have this big covered trailer. Well, it's not that big. It's like 5x8 covered enclosed trailer that we carry behind our car now. And inside the trailer, we have it decked out with all the sound deadening foam for me to be able to record, so I can record on the go. But that's all that's in there currently. I don't have a desk or anything, so I just kind of sit on the ground, and I've got my recording box with my microphone and my laptop there, so I can record. So we were driving back from Tennessee. We were going back to New York, and we were in Virginia. And we got off the highway, and we were looking for a spot for me to stop so that I could get out and record a project that I had just received. And so we thought, okay, well, what's the closest place it's not too far off the highway, and I still have reception for my phone so that I can upload the project, but also far enough away that I'm not getting highway noise. So we stopped in this sleepy little retirement community, this little suburban area, and there were lawnmowers going, but we found the quietest spot we could.
And there were no cars on the street. It looked empty, and so I figured that'd be a good street, and there was shade for the dog, so it is just a perfect spot.
So we pulled off in front of this house, and Wayne likes to get his practice sword out and do his historical European martial arts sword training just while he's waiting for me, because there's nothing else for him to do. So
usually it's an empty street, and it's not a problem.
yeah.
So
So he helps me. I've got my bum ankle, so I'm limping. He helps me limp into the back of the trailer, and I get in there and I start to record. He closes it behind me, and he's doing his sword work. And eventually, a lawnmower crew comes around, and we need to find a new spot. My ankles really hurt, so we figure, I'll just stay in the back of the trailer so that, I don't have to hobble out and then hobble back in. We're only going to be going like 10 miles an hour, just going around the block till we can find another quiet area.
yeah, 8 minutes in the vehicle, maybe 5
Oh,
minutes.
way
Yeah,
less than 8.
yeah.
It was more like 2, maybe, tops. So he, goes ahead, locks the trailer, so I'm inside. He padlocks it, just so it doesn't fly open, and gets in the car and drives away. So we go driving, and I can't see anything, and all I can feel is that we're turning, we're making lots of right turns, left, I don't know, turns, and eventually he stops, and I'm like, okay, good, but as soon as we stop and he turns off the engine, I hear another engine right next door, right behind us or somewhere, and I'm like, why did he stop here? It's not quiet at all. And then I hear a door shut, and this really gruff voice say, "Can you please step out of the car?" And I'm like, oh no, what happened?
Yeah. So this police officer, he was already belligerent. He was already ready to go. His hand was on his gun already. He was very, very cautious but aggressive.
We didn't know why.
We didn't know why. And he asked me to step out of the vehicle. So I was like, okay, I'll step out of the vehicle. He's obviously upset about something. I wasn't speeding. He never saw me do anything. He has no reason to suspect. I'm just pretty confused. So I walk towards him, and he asks me what's in the trailer.
He's like, what's in the trailer? Like, I hear it, like, super angry.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to be helpful, so I say, my wife, and I'm like, oh, wait. That sounds...
My dead ex-wife.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you said my wife. I heard that.
Yep. And so the officer, that didn't help anything, and he didn't really give me time to explain. He was trying to take charge, but in doing so, he wasn't leaving much room for me to speak. And so he asks me to open the trailer, and when I got out, I had, I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm not supposed to do, but we were both sleep deprived. And so, I know, hands never go to the pocket. I know you be calm, you be helpful, like all these things. I was like running through the check. I was like, yeah, do all these things, He's a cop, he's just doing his job, no problems, move along, But when you're tired, generally one thing stands out a little more than the others, and so I picked helpful in that moment, in that split second. And so he said, open the trailer. And I was like, okay. So I turn a little too quickly towards the trailer, and he freaks out. And he thinks I'm doing something, I don't know, and he pulls his gun.
From
And-
inside the trailer, I don't know what's happening at all. I've been stuck in this, quiet, dark trailer, and I hear him say, put your hands up, or, put your hands up, you're about to get hurt. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
Yeah, so I moved too quickly because I was just trying to be helpful. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll open the trailer for you. Look, you'll see my wife in her, pink shirt and socks.
Yeah, I
and,
have,
you know,
my hair up in, Minnie Mouse buns, and
Yeah.
pink socks, and an ankle brace. I was the least threatening person on the planet.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be okay, but he was not pleased. And so he decides that he's just going to keep the situation safe, I guess. And so he tells me to stand right there. He comes up, he puts handcuffs on me, and then he puts me on his car.
I heard that. I heard that part from inside. I didn't know what was going on. I know Wayne. You guys probably know Wayne. He's like the sweetest, most harmless guy, except with a sword. But I'm just inside my trailer, and I hear, "Don't move. You're about to get hurt. Put your hands up." And then I hear the clanking and clicking of the handcuffs, and I hear Wayne getting handcuffed, and I did hear a muffled, like, get against the car or something like that. And all this time, I have no idea what's going on.
And she doesn't want to say anything because she doesn't want to freak him
No,
out.
like, if I call from inside the trailer, he's going to think I'm being held captive or something terrible. I mean, I guess he already knows sort of that Wayne's wife is in the car, but he doesn't know anything else.
Yeah, so he goes very, very cautiously towards the trailer. I let him know where everything is. He needs to open it. And so he opens the trailer really slowly from the side.
I see the door creak open, and his hand reaches around the lip of the trailer, the side of the trailer, and I see his head slowly poke in. And when he sees me, he just kind of stops, and he's like, "Hello." And I'm like, "Hi." I'm just like trying to be, I don't know, friendly. And he's like, "What's going on here?" And he's like looking around our trailer, which is nothing but white padded walls and a couple of suitcases and some grocery bags. And then my little, cardboard box that has foam lining for my microphone and my little laptop. And I'm just sitting here on the floor of this trailer, and it looks terrible. It looks like I got thrown in there and Wayne locked the thing. Anyway, he asked me what I'm doing. I tell him I'm a voice actress. This is my mobile recording studio, I guess. It's not fully outfitted, but here I am. I try to explain, we stopped in this residential area. We thought it'd be quiet. And then we thought, well, we just need to move around the block, so I'll just stay in. I've got this hurt ankle. And he's like, well, do you have any ID? So he helps me out of the trailer. Wayne tells him I have a bum ankle. I get my ID, and the whole time he's just incredulous. He's running our plates on the car. He runs my ID. He runs Wayne's ID. And it's terrible because I have a New York license, and Wayne still has a Texas license.
And we were in Virginia.
And we were in Virginia.
And I'm claiming she's my wife, but, the name hasn't been legally changed on license.
Yeah, I'm still Katie Gaskin, not Katie Wellburn. So it's just terrible. It looks awful, and he's super mad. He's already called for backup. So his buddy drives up, and his police car gets out, and he's all decked out in body armor. He's got his gun. He's ready to go. Turns out, some poor little old lady sees us in the neighborhood, the first area of the neighborhood, and she's peeking out her window. She sees Wayne doing his sword fighting and sees me get put in the back of a trailer with the padlock put on. She called in. She says, "Excuse me, there's some man outside my house, and he's doing kung fu, and he just threw a woman in a trailer and locked her and drove away." And I'm like, oh no. So here they are thinking we're human traffickers, or Wayne is anyway, and I'm the poor victim. So anyway, we explain the situation to the second officer, and he's much more chill. He's like, yeah, I came here expecting some big showdown. Like, we were like, oh no, something's going down. And that's why they were so aggressive, apparently, or the first guy was so aggressive, because he assumed he was dealing with some sort of a horrible criminal. And so here Wayne is, handcuffed against a police car, and I am standing here just like trying to tell them the truth, and they're just like both scratching their heads. And they ask about what kind of work I'm working on currently, and I tell them, and I don't know, it was all just really bad. And then they turned to Wayne, and they're like, okay, so she's a voice actor, what do you do?
And I was like, well, funnily enough, I am a student. And they asked me what I was studying, and I said, criminal justice with an emphasis on human trafficking.
And,
So,
and they both just kind of stopped, and they were like, okay, well, case study 1, and they pointed at the trailer.
yeah,
They're like, don't do that.
yeah, they said, you know, because it is a thing that trailers like that can be used for that purpose. And so I told them it did look suspicious and that we need to put our decals on it. And
Yeah,
stuff
it says
that.
like, I don't know, don't call the police, I'm a voice actress. Like, how do you phrase that on the side of a trailer?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we explained everything. He said, okay, well, you know, I'll let you guys off, just no more riding in the trailer.
Yeah,
And-
don't ride in the trailer, because that part is technically you're not supposed to do
Yeah,
that. We were
and
just
we
doing it.
knew that, but
Yeah.
we just figured if we're just going around the block, it's just faster. The dogs were getting warm in the car, and we thought, we'll just make this quick.
Yeah. So they said just leave our town.
Yeah,
we
don't
have
do
a-
it in here.
Yeah, we have a very tight-knit community. We'll be getting calls every 5 minutes. Please just go.
Yeah. So they were all decked out, ready for a fight, and here we were, just like, I promise, we're not criminals.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened. Wayne almost got shot. He got handcuffed for the first time ever. We got interrogated, and we had a very sketchy seeming. I was hiding in a trailer with a, hurt ankle, and our IDs were all wrong.
Yeah, I was dressed in black long
He
sleeve,
was
black
dressed in all
pants,
black.
everything. And the cop was like, the situation seems unbelievable. Yeah, a ninja and a voice actor's traveling together.
Yeah, because he said, what kind of kung fu do you do? And Wayne was like, oh no, it's actually HEMA, historical European martial arts. I do longsword. And he was like, okay, so voice actress and a ninja. What else?
I was like, oh, okay,
So-
no correcting the officer. So
That's
yeah,
right. So that's our story. That's what happened.
Yep.
So we'll talk about the second terrible thing that happened in the next video.
Yeah. So long story short, abandoned streets might not be so abandoned. And I saw the old lady. And as soon as I saw the old lady, I should have done something. But now we know for the future. As soon as we saw her, we're like, hey.
We need ideas on what to write on the side of our trailer so people don't call the cops anymore. Because if you put like, hey, we've already had the cops called on us once, don't call us in. Like that sounds
sketchy. Yeah.
That's really
And
suspicious.
also, we want something that other people who really are bad can't just copy. So
yeah,
probably
we'll have to brainstorm on that.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm. So something to do with
That was
Twitter.
our story.
Yeah.
When Wayne got arrested, or not arrested, got handcuffed and a gun pulled on him.
Yep.
Because it looked like he was a human trafficker.
All right. Talk to
Bye.
you guys later.